Hey guys, and welcome back to the fourth week of the 52-week project. This week is really exciting because I have been in London. I'm currently in Paris now, so this isn't the hotel room that I was in a few days ago. But I will actually apologise as well for any technical not greatness, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just that we're in very tiny hotel rooms. We don't have a lot of natural light and we're sort of working with what we can. At least we have a window in this hotel room, so it's really good. I can actually use the natural light for this. But yeah, so it's been a really eventful week. I did have 2 shoots organised in London. As always, there's got to be something that goes wrong with a lot of my shoot planning, and unfortunately one of them didn't go ahead. The model didn't actually turn up to the shoot, but not sure what really happened there. I think it might have been miscommunication with the agency or between the agency and model. I just sent the call sheet through with the time. I don't know what happened from there. So unfortunately that second shoot didn't go ahead, which makes it a little bit difficult because I have a couple of weeks coming up where I'll be in Morocco. And I'm going to be on a tour and it's going to be really difficult. I'm not going to be able to organise any shoots during that time, so it's going to be a little bit harder. I do have a couple of things organised for what I'm going to do, a couple of ideas for what I'm going to do during those weeks, so they might not be your typical organising through an agency model shoot. Let's just say that. So I'm going to do 2 weeks where it's not going to be the typical shoots that I have been doing, and then hopefully once I get onto Rome after that point, I might be able to organise some more agency test shoots. So yeah, I knew there'd have to be like a bit of a hiccup along the way, but that's okay. I knew it would have to happen at some point and you just have to push through it. So I did manage to do a shoot in London, which was great, and we had a really great model on the day. I had a few reference images for this particular shoot, so I actually had a bit of time to sit down and do a call sheet and put a few reference images in there. It was more of a street style shoot again, however, I really wanted there to be some coloured jumpers within the shoot. I just sort of liked that effect that I had with the reference images, and I also wanted the reference images to differ a little bit to the shoot, in the sense that I really wanted that wintry London mood to come through in the photographs, and I think I did achieve that in the end, which I was really happy about. It's something that I've always wanted to get in some photos, and I do love the architecture of the buildings in London. I think they're just so beautiful, so I was really happy to get some of that in the backdrop of my images too. So yeah, we had a really good day shooting. I have a vlog and behind the scenes from that day, so I'm going to put that in the video now. Hey guys, so welcome to another week of the 52-week project. I think this is week 4 we're on now. So that's really exciting. I've gotten through nearly a month of doing a shoot each week while I've been overseas, which I think is quite good considering I've been pretty busy in the last few weeks as well, and trying to organise shoots has not always been easy while I'm on the go and in different countries as well. That's always been fun. So this week I am in London, which you can probably tell by my warmer clothing and my beanie. So yeah, it's a little bit cooler here at the moment. Not too bad. We've had some pretty good days here, which has been great. But I actually have 2 shoots today. So this is my first one that I'm going to just do a vlog on. So I've organised a shoot through an agency here. And once again, no makeup artist, no hairstylist. I'm really trying to improve. I think in the first few months while I'm overseas of this year, it would be good to try and focus on improving just my images and not focusing so much on the whole team and whole creative team aspect, just trying to take better photos. So I think, of course, the creative team comes along with that, but for now, especially while I'm traveling, it is also easier for me to focus on organising one person as opposed to a whole creative team. So yeah, we're going to see how we go today. I'm really excited for this shoot because we're in a really cute area of London. It's called Bloomsbury. So there's some beautiful architecture around here, cute little parks that I really want to shoot near. Really just going for a bit of a street style theme with my first one for today. And so yeah, I'm really excited to do this one, as I am every week. I think I'm going to make an announcement just in the next week or so. I think because in a couple of weeks while I'm in Morocco, it's going to be really difficult for me to post one of my photo shoots
I think there might be an instance where I won't be able to get one video up in one particular week, and I might have to do 2 in 1 week. So I'll just let you guys know a little bit more information about that later, because I just looked at my calendar last night and I was like, oh, this isn't going to really match up. But regardless, anyway, this is my first shoot of today, so I hope you guys really enjoy the vlog. So guys, today our lovely model Greta is here with us. Hello. We've actually just finished the shoot, so I really hope you enjoyed the vlog and behind the scenes, and I'm going to go and give you guys a breakdown of all the images in just a second.
Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog and behind the scenes from the day. I'm actually going to put in the call sheet that I did for this shoot right now as well, so you guys can view that, just to get a better sense for what I was after with the photos. So once again, I didn't have a makeup artist on the shoot, I didn't have a hairstylist. It is just becoming a lot easier for me to focus on my photos when I'm not organising a whole team of people at this stage when I'm travelling. It's very difficult. If I only had a couple of shoots here and there throughout my trip, wouldn't be too bad, but doing this 52-week project was a really big step for me, I think, and on this trip it is a little bit easier just to organise through an agency, just one model, and organise a concept through that. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I really could have done better this week. I think in the end maybe my concept for this shoot was probably not as detailed as I wanted it to be. Probably should have done a mood board, I'm just going to put that out there. A couple of reference images a lot of the time is okay, and that's fine for a lot of the tests that I'm doing, but I just felt after a couple of photos, after taking a few photos on the day, I was like a little bit lost and I didn't know what else to do. So I was just kind of, I mean, that's okay, I guess, because I was sort of experimenting with different backdrops within the photographs as well, so that gave me a bit of time to do that. But I would have liked to have had a little bit more of a planned out concept and even more detail with what the model could bring for styling and that sort of thing. I think, you know, once again, it comes down to organisation with me. It's not my strong suit. I'm just going to really put that out there. It's just not my strong point. And I think a lot of the time when photos and when my photo shoots don't go the way that I 100% want them to, it comes down to my organisation and time organisation as well. So I think once again it's a little bit to do with that this week. I could have had a more detailed mood board and had a little bit more to go on. One thing I feel like I did well this week is the actual mood of the photographs and bringing that in how I really wanted it to with the whole wintry London look. I really wanted that look in the photos and I somehow managed to bring that in. I think with the lighting, organising the shoot earlier in the morning really helped with getting that softer light, and also the choice of model. I think she really had a cool look for what we were going for. She was able to bring that mood across perfectly in the images, and just the styling and everything with the shoot I think really came together in the end, and the colouring that I managed to put on it. I think it's a combination of a lot of things that helped contribute to the mood of the photos, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out in the end. So now guys, I'm going to go through my favourite photos of the week, and I'm going to show you the photos that are the finished edits. So with these photos, I had a pretty solid amount of photos in the end that I thought were my favourites. It wasn't overly hard to pick, I think. I knew kind of when I was taking the photos this week which ones I was going to be editing and which ones were going to be my final edits, which doesn't always happen. It's pretty rare for me that that happens quite easily, but I think this week it was just quite easy. The whole shoot, everything was really easy about it, which was great, and like I said, that doesn't happen often, so I was really happy with how easy everything was. So here are my final edits from the shoot and my favourites.
Alright guys, we're going to start off pretty much straight away this week. I only have about 10 photos to get through, so it's a little bit shorter than last week's video. Thank God, because that was a lot of photos that I went through with you. So first off, this image is going to be in my top 5 this week, and it was a bit of a toss-up between this one and the next image that I'm about to show you, but I ended up choosing this photo, and I know it's not a perfect photo. I know that her hand probably looks a little bit awkward in this shot, but I just really love her expression, and I really love the way that the photograph's centered. I think her skin looks amazing in this photo, and for me it just really looks like a great portrait. Even though it's maybe not the most fashion orientated portrait, I do really love the shot. I'm going to go to the next shot now, and I'm going to tell you guys why I didn't put this in my top 5. Now, I actually really do love this shot, and I love the way her hair's blowing, and I think it's probably more of an editorial shot than the previous shot that I was showing you, but I think that there's just something missing from this shot for me, and I did kind of like turning it into black and white. I think it did give it a little bit more of a mood, but I think between the last shot and this one, I think I just really love Greta's expression a lot more in this shot, and this shot I still really love too, but it's not going to be in my top 5 this week. This photo for me is going to be in my top 5. I did sort of toss up between this one and another one as well, but for me, I just really love the composition of it. I love the way that her hair's sitting, funnily enough. Even though it's a little bit messy in this shot, I really do like that. And the tones for me just really bring it all together. It's just a classic kind of wintry, autumn looking shot, and I just really love it. This shot is also going to be in my top 5. I think that I really love it as a full body shot, and I like the composition once again. I love Greta's expression. I just like the styling. All of the colors go together, and I just really love the mood of the photo, like the last shot. This is another photo in my top 5 this week. As I said, it was pretty easy to pick my top 5 this week. I had a really solid set of 10 images that I was looking through. So this particular image, I love it. I do really like the composition of the shot, and I think it is a bit more of a fashion kind of shot. I do love her expression. I love the clothing, and yeah, it just all comes together for me. This shot's not going to be in my top 5 this week, even though I really love the colouring, and I do actually quite like the lighting. I just think for me it's probably a little bit more of a commercial looking shot than editorial, and I am trying to go for more editorial looking photos, even though for the first shot this week I did pick it, even though it's just a really nice portrait, I think. But for me, this one just doesn't make the top 5, I don't think. This is another photo that's not going to be in my top 5 this week, but I still really like how it turned out. I think it's a really casual, relaxed kind of shot, but I do think it's kind of missing that wow factor that some of the other photos have had. This photo is not going to be in my top 5 as well. I really love Greta's expression in this shot, although I'm not 100% on the composition. I just think there needs to be something extra in this shot to really wow me enough to put it in my top 5. So I feel like I haven't done that with this shot. But yeah, I still really like the shot overall. This shot is going to be in my top 5 this week. And it might be a bit of a funny choice to some of you, but I do really like the outfit for some reason, and I just really like the pose. I love how casual it is. Her expression's a little bit different in this shot. It's just a really nice, relaxed, street style pose, and I really like the shot. I think it's just a really another good full body shot that I can use in my portfolio, and I'm loving the fact that I'm picking more and more full body shots as part of my top 5. I think that's good to see that kind of progress coming from me. And this is my last shot of the week. It's not in my top 5. However, I chose this photo even in my top 10 because I really love the outfit as well. But I feel like the expression's maybe not just quite there for me enough to put in my top 5. And also the composition for me, I didn't probably do the best on in this shot. So guys, for me, my top 2 photos were pretty clear this week to me. And it was between 2 photos that I was picking my number 1. For me, this is my number 1 shot this week. I like pretty much everything about it, and there's not too much that I would change, and I think that's what it came down to. This for me is a really just the epitome of what I wanted to get with that London wintry mood, and I think I really achieved it in this shot. This is the other photo I was tossing up between. This is my number 2 this week. I think it's got a really good fashion element, but I think it just doesn't have quite as much of a mood as this shot here. So I think for me, this is the number 1 shot, and the other one would be number 2.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to join our Facebook and Flickr groups, please do so. And the links are in the description box below. Please let me know if you're doing a 52-week project, and join those groups as well, because it's really cool to see everyone's work, and the way that everyone's keeping up with this project is just amazing. Like I have to say, like, there's points where I'm struggling, especially with traveling, but so many people seem to be doing such a great job with it, so it's pretty motivating to see that, and helps me sort of like continue on with getting things done, and just getting it done, and moving on with the project. Guys, I will see you in the next video for the 52-week project next week. As you've probably seen already, I am putting in different videos in between the 52-week project. I have pre-filmed a lot before I even started traveling, so I'll be posting those in the meantime. But let me know what you want to see with this series, and how you want me to make it a little bit different each week. I don't want to do just the same thing each week. I want to make it a little bit more interesting every time. So let me know what you want to see, and I will see you in the next week's video. Bye!